Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk local. I've got Ryan Hammer with me, and we're talking hops. Ryan, we're glad to have you.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Back at Wish TV, alum of sorts of our great station. You're a hops farmer and an entrepreneur. For folks who are going, all right, I know hops has something to do with beer. What do you have to tell them about these little green pellets you brought here for us?
So hops are these great big plants that grow up a trellis, and the flowers on them, the female flower, is what brewers use for the flavor and aroma in beer. And that's kind of the focal point. When you get those fruity aromas like pineapple or citrus or some of those kind of things, or floral aromas, and maybe even like a pale ale or a Pilsner, that's coming from hops. So hops are in the beer to balance out the sweetness from the malt and add flavor and preservative quality to it.
I'm trying to imagine you in 5th grade and your teacher going, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you say, a hops farmer.
It wasn't what it was.
How did you end up in this gig? This is a cool setup.
Yeah, thank you. It was, I just kind of I kind of met brewers from working on Indie Style next door during the week, and got to talk to them about beer, and I was like, this is cool, learn about hops. I knew about grain, but I didn't know about hops. So I got online. We were just talking about learning things online. I learned a lot of this online from just research. So my background is not originally in farming. It is now, I guess, after 3 or 4 years of doing this. But yeah, you can learn anything on the web.
Well, we interview lots of brewers. You know what I mean? I see Triton on here. We'll have folks on and we'll say, hey, these guys are locally brewed. And if they actually get their hops from you, then they really are local, because you actually grow here in this area.
Yeah. So we're in Knightstown. We have a 69-acre hop farm, which is huge for Indiana. It's the largest here, one of the largest in the Midwest. And we produce a number of different varieties. Here's some harvest video from this last year.
And what does this process look like? I mean, they're dancing there for a minute.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So we separate the hops from all the plant material that's out there, and those are hops going into one of the conditioning boxes. So we dry the hops down. They start at like 70% moisture. We dry them down. We put them in a bale, which is what you see right there. And then as we wait until it's cold, the next month or so, we'll turn them into pellets, and that's what the brewers end up using in their beer. So a lot of that equipment we brought in from Germany, just because it's way more efficient.
It's amazing.
Meant for our scale of size. I'm not going to lie, I copied some other people who've done the same thing. And we're really, we talk amongst
stand on the
each other.
shoulders of giants. Other people have figured out how to pull this off, and you can do it locally. So who do you serve then? Obviously, we mentioned Triton. That's
Triton,
right here.
Hoosier down in Greenwood, Three Floyds, Pax Veerman Lapel, Indiana City, down off of Southwestern or Southeastern Avenue. We've sold to Sun King. A whole bunch of Indiana brewers.
That's
you can go on our social media stuff and check all that out and see who we've got, hops in the beer next, and we're going to be doing a lot more of that here in the next couple months.
Can you tell the difference between somebody who has your hops, or dare I say, a really great hops in their beer?
There's a little bit of a difference with Indiana.
Really taste it? Okay.
Yeah, so different varieties produce different flavors. Kind of like, I don't want to go way down the snob thing, but hops have different flavors, a lot like wines and grapes grown in different
areas. That's what
areas.
I'm thinking. Some folks can look at it, they can tell you the year from the wine, and you can tell that the hops from the state.
Yeah, actually, these ones right here, the pellets, these are typically more piney when they're grown out west in the Pacific Northwest. Here in Indiana, they have a more pineapple flavor, which brewers tend to love.
That's great.
So we're still kind of experimenting around a lot of that kind of stuff here in the next couple of years of different varieties that aren't never grown here in Indiana.
Crazy
we're still kind of doing
horse hops. I love it. We've got your info on wishtv.com. Of course, we're glad you're a member of Indiana Grown, so that we can showcase you. And good luck for the rest of the year as folks now go, I'm going to make sure my hops are local too.
We appreciate that.
Marcus is on that list here. Anything to support Ryan Hammer, right?
Well, and you know what Hammer mentioned, copying people. I copy Randy Allis's forecast every day. So.
Copy paste.
Yeah.
Control C, Control V.
Exactly.
You know what that's like.
That's right. He knows. That's right. He's here long enough. Temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s. 32 in Lafayette, 36 in Muncie, 36 in Shelbyville, 30 in Bloomington, and 31 in Columbus. It's a chilly start, but it's going to be a warmer finish. We'll have that Halloween forecast. That's next.